To be clear, this film is the direct sequel to Scream 2022, which we have recapped and linked to in the description. In the climax of the previous movie, Sam managed to kill the Ghostface killer, who turned out to be her boyfriend, Richie. His motivation for the killings was to improve the Stab movies by introducing new and fresh content, while giving the Stab writers better story inspiration. Despite Sam's heroic actions, rumors and accusations begin to spread throughout Woodsboro, with some people believing that Sam might have had a hand in the murders, due to her familial ties to the original Ghostface killer. She became the target of media scrutiny and gossip, forcing her to seek help from a psychologist, Dr. Christopher. Scream 6 begins 1 year after the Woodsboro killings orchestrated by Richie, with a film studies professor, Laura, waiting for her date, Reggie, in a restaurant. Suddenly, she receives a call from Reggie, who apologizes for being late, and then asks her about the restaurant's location as he is having trouble finding it. After telling the directions, as Laura waits for him in the dark alley, Reggie's voice turns into a strange, ominous one.
And you still walked into a dark alley.
Before Laura can understand what's happening, a Ghostface killer who is pretending to be Reggie emerges out of nowhere, and he stabs her multiple times until she dies. The killer turns out to be a high school student, Jason, who reads in the same class as Sam's sister, Tara. When Jason arrives home, he receives a call from his roommate Greg, who's using a voice modulator Jason previously used to speak with Laura. It is revealed that they are doing all the killings to finish Richie's film, and their next target is Sam and Tara. Irritated by Greg's antics, Jason sets out to find him, only to stumble upon a gruesome discovery. He finds Greg's dismembered body in the refrigerator. To his horror, a different Ghostface killer emerges out of nowhere and attacks him, killing him with painful stab wounds. Now we move on to our main characters, Sam and Tara, who now live in New York City. We see Sam attending her weekly session with Dr. Christopher, where she is ostracized in public because of an online conspiracy theory that she was the true mastermind of the latest killings. When the doctor asks her how she stopped Richie, Sam shocks him by describing how she repeatedly stabbed her boyfriend 22 times and slashed his throat. But what haunts her is that she felt she was doing right, and didn't feel guilty about what she did. Sam's words worry the therapist, who refuses to treat her further. Overwhelmed by a sense of betrayal and abandonment, Sam storms out of Dr. Christopher's office, only to come across a crime scene on her way home. She reaches her apartment, where she lives with her sisters Tara and Quinn. But her anxiety spikes upon discovering that Tara has joined a frat party with her friends, Annika, Mindy, Chad, and Ethan. To add, Tara's friends will always keep her away from strangers for her safety. During the party, a stranger invites Tara to the room, and despite her friends' objections, she remains adamant about accepting his invitation and making her own choices. When the man forcefully grabs her arm, a fight breaks out between him and Chad. Sam shows up right away, and uses a taser to take down the overconfident partygoer. Tara, tired of being controlled by her sister, feels embarrassed and leaves the party, begging Sam to leave her alone. While already in an argument with Tara, a group of girls humiliate Sam by accusing her of being a murderer, and Sam gets into a fight with them. As she struggles with the situation, she finds solace in the arms of her neighbor-turned-boyfriend, Danny, even though she still has trust issues with everyone. Their precious moment is interrupted when Chad urgently calls for Sam at their apartment. Upon hearing about the recent Ghostface killings, Sam panics and orders Tara to pack her bags, so they can leave the state immediately. However, Tara rebels once again, and insists that Sam confirm the presence of the Ghostface killer by calling Quinn's father, Detective Wayne Bailey. The situation turns unexpectedly when Detective Wayne says that her ID was found at the murder scene, along with a Ghostface mask worn in the previous year's attacks. While on her way to meet Detective Bailey, Sam is called by the Ghostface killer from Richie's phone, who reveals Jason and Greg's plan to finish the movie that Richie wanted to make. The killer threatens to hunt her down, until he butchers her. And then suddenly, the sisters get away and run into a grocery store, but unfortunately, instead of getting help from the people there, a few of them are attacked by the killer. The sisters impede his progress with a heavy rack, before making their way into the police safety, But just then, the ghost face slips away, leaving behind his trademark mask at the murder site. During the meeting with Detective Bailey, Sam and Tara learn that the mask found in Jason's apartment has Richie's DNA. Tara, on the other hand, adds to the information that the ghost face killer that attacked them had a more beat-up old mask on. After the meeting, the sisters meet with FBI Special Agent Kirby Reed, a survivor of the 2011 ghost face killings in Scream 4. Agent Kirby and Sam knew each other since they attended the same high school in Woodsboro. She updates the detective with Sam's information, and offers to assist Mr. Bailey in finding the ghost face killer. Mr. Bailey then presents Kirby with a mask found at a grocery store, which DNA results show belonged to Charlie and Jill, the two ghost face killers from Scream 4. Despite this, Detective Bailey states that Sam and Tara are not permitted to leave town because they are the persons of interest in the double homicide case. The sisters are then confronted by a swarm of reporters eager to question Sam about the killings. Among the journalists is Gail Weathers, whom Tara impulsively punches in the face upon seeing her. The woman was a victim of the ghost face killer, and played a crucial role in helping Sam take down Richie in Scream 5. Despite her vow not to write about the incident, Gail published a book portraying Sam as unstable and a natural-born killer. Although it was a work of fiction, the book greatly impacted Sam's life. Gail then pleads with the sisters, insisting that she wants to help catch the ghost face killer just as much as they do, but they leave in anger, feeling that Gail has ruined their lives. Sam's problems are far from over as the ghost face killer murders her psychiatrist, Dr. Christopher. He steals Sam's file from his house, intending to frame her for the killing. Upon learning about the incident, they realize that the killer has left the mask of Roman Bridger, the murderer of Scream 3 at the crime scene. As the new killer continues to leave the masks of his elders, Kirby concludes that the killer is taking the murder franchise in the opposite direction, where he started with Stab 4, and wants to end with the original killer of Stab 1. Mr. Bailey suspects Sam of being involved, as he believes she may be trying to conceal her mental health issues. Meanwhile, Tara's friend, Mindy, chatters about the ongoing massacre, speculating that someone is trying to make a sequel to the requel. She also adds Ethan, Sam's roommate Quinn, and Annika, to the suspect list since they are all newcomers to Sam's life. But Ethan and Annika deduce that the killers could also be Sam and Tara, as they have killed Richie before. As night falls, the news spreads that Sam is the suspected killer after a video of her fighting with the college girls goes viral. While Tara, Mindy, and Chad try to comfort Sam, Quinn is alone in her room, and is about to get attacked by the ghost face. Danny manages to spot the killer from his apartment, and he tries to yell at them to no avail.
Come on.
You don't. That's gross.
She's really freaked out and paranoid.
That was really.
No way.
I'll call him back.
Okay.
Soon after, Danny's move to share the snap of Quinn being attacked in their group chat has left everyone on edge, as they anxiously wait outside her room. The killer throws the dead Quinn out of her room, prompting Chad and Tara to escape, but the killer targets Mindy and Annika with brutal stabs. Mindy sustains a small cut on her arm, while Annika is seriously injured. Sam searches for knives in her kitchen, but they are all missing, forcing her to use the holder to subdue the killer. Meanwhile, Chad and Tara return for help, but they are unable to unlock the door. When the ghost face manages to break through the door, the friends lock themselves in the back room. They then spot Danny in the window, and decide to escape to the adjacent building using Danny's ladder. Annika, who has a severe stomach wound, instructs Sam and Mindy to leave first. Now that Sam and Mindy manage to leave the apartment, Annika must make her way across the ladder. But unfortunately for her, the ghost face manages to enter the room. Overwhelmed with shock and grief, Detective Bailey struggles to contain his tears. Despite being taken off the case after his daughter Quinn's death, he remains determined to find the killer at all costs. Sam then reveals to Danny that just before the attack, someone had removed all the knives, and perhaps someone close is involved with the killer. In such a situation, Chad and Mindy doubt Ethan, because he was not with them last night, so Ethan explains he was at a study hall with 100 other people. Everyone ends up suspecting each other because no one ever finds out the truth. Later, reporter Gail arrives with an important clue against the killer, and offers to assist in the hunt for the ghost face killer. After Kirby arrives, Gail takes the group to a movie theater rented by Jason and Greg under fake names. But the twist is it's not a regular theater, but a shrine that exhibits all 11 Ghostface murderers, including weapons and outfits from each set of attacks. Tara thinks this evidence should be with the police, but Gail suspects bribery may have played a role. It is possible that the killer of Jason and Greg must have known this place, and from here he is killing by taking the mask. While standing before her father's attire, Sam experiences visions of him encouraging her to carry on with the killings. To capture the culprit, Detective Bailey hatches a plan to track his call, with Sam and Tara as the decoy. As Sam takes the killer's call, and Detective Bailey waits for his arrival in the garden, Kirby and the others strive to trace the call's location. However, the Ghostface knows that he is being traced, and is calling from halfway across town, in the exact neighborhood where Gail resides. Since Gail was a reporter, Kirby didn't allow her to get involved in this mission. As Sam and Tara drive away from the garden in a hurry, the Ghostface murderer rings Gail's phone. He tells her that he's seeking retribution for all the profit she made by portraying Ghostface killers as villains in her books. And then all of a sudden,
Reporting your death.
Mask.
within moments, the Ghostface murders Gail's boyfriend, and turns his sights on Gail herself. Dodging the murderer, Gail finds refuge in a small room to get access to her pistol.
Didn't help much.
I sure didn't.
Unfortunately, her shots miss the target, and the killer overpowers her outside, viciously stabbing her multiple times. Sam and Tara arrive in the nick of time, interrupting the killer's plan. Despite their efforts to keep her awake, Gail succumbs to the agony of her injuries and loses consciousness. Sam blames herself for her loved one's suffering, and decides to offer herself to the Ghostface killer, but Tara steps up for her sister, reminding her they will all protect each other as a family. Upon hearing the news of the attack, Danny rushes to comfort Sam, but it appears that no one trusts him, at least for now. Suddenly, Tara comes up with a brilliant plan to lure and trap the Ghostface killer in a secure location to bring him to justice. Mr. Bailey recommends using the movie theater against the killer, since it has extensive surveillance and security cameras. As an FBI agent, Kirby will assist in the mission, but since Mr. Bailey is occupied in the office, he will join the group shortly. On their way to the movie theater, Mindy gets separated from the group, compelling her to take another train to meet the guys at their destination. Since Mindy doesn't trust Ethan, she instructs him to stay away from her. The inside of the train is quite scary for Danny, Chad, Sam, and Tara, as it is Halloween, and almost everyone is wearing a ghost face mask. Luckily, none are real. However, things are quite the opposite for Mindy and Ethan. The Ghostface killer appears out of nowhere, muffles her screams, and stabs her in the stomach. But before he can kill her, the train stops, forcing him to leave. Noticing Mindy on the train floor, Ethan quickly comes to her aid, and calls 911 for medical assistance. Meanwhile, the remaining group has reached the theater, but Sam instructs Danny to leave the group as she doesn't want to trust anyone. After Danny goes, the friends enter the theater and enact their plan. When the killer steps in through the first door, both doors lock automatically, trapping him inside. Plus, Kirby holds the gun since she's the only one with the badge. As Sam explores the theater, she sees a vision of her father, who advises her to find a weapon for self-defense. Since it seems to be the right thing to do, Sam grabs his knife and prepares for what's to come. Things begin to take a turn for the worse when Sam is unable to find Kirby anywhere. Just then, Sam receives a call from Mr. Bailey with surprising news. After experiencing a mental breakdown since the Woodsboro murders, Kirby was fired by the FBI, making her a suspect in the recent murders. As Sam attempts to unlock the door, she realizes that Kirby has already secured it with a chain. Meanwhile, Chad and Tara start getting closer when Chad reveals that he likes her. And then this happens. Chad is able to overpower the attacker, and then Sam delivers the shocking news that Kirby is the killer, leaving them stunned and scrambling for a way out. But before they can escape, the Ghostface appears, and the friends are once again under attack. Chad manages to fend off the attacker, and just as he is about to finish him off, it is revealed that there are two killers with him. The two killers viciously stab Chad, leaving him mortally wounded and bleeding from the mouth. Caught between two dangerous killers, Sam and Tara are unexpectedly saved by Kirby, who is also covered in blood. Mr. Bailey arrives shortly after, and he accuses Kirby of being the murderer, and then shoots at her. To everyone's surprise, the Ghostface killers show up, and stand beside Bailey, revealing themselves as Ethan and Quinn, who is miraculously alive. The biggest shock comes when it's revealed that Mr. Bailey is actually their father, and has been using the killers to get to Sam. Jason and Greg were Richie's followers, who simply killed for Bailey to get to Sam. Mr. Bailey's true motive is not only to make a Stab movie sequel, but as it turns out, the three of them are Richie's family, and Mr. Bailey wants to avenge his son Richie's death. Bailey reveals that Richie, who Sam killed in Woodsboro, was obsessed with creating horror movies, so he helped his son build a shrine to the franchise. This theater actually belonged to Richie, and they were responsible for defaming Sam online, and planned to frame her for their killing spree. Now, the detective wants Sam to wear the Ghostface mask, so he and his kids can kill her, and will tell everyone that Sam was the real killer. Just then, Kirby, who miraculously survived, helps Sam escape, but Ethan manages to stab Kirby, and now it's time for Sam to get stabbed. In a desperate attempt to get help for Kirby, the sisters make their way upstairs to find a way out. Unfortunately, Tara trips and is left hanging from the rail with Ethan waiting below, brandishing a knife. Quinn is approaching Sam to attack her, therefore, Tara urges Sam to let her go so they both can fight the evil together. As Sam releases her grip, Tara uses her knife to kill Ethan. After killing Quinn with a bullet to the head, Sam finds herself with an empty pistol, so she overpowers Mr. Bailey and makes them both fall off the second floor. When Bailey regains consciousness, he receives a phone call from Sam, who uses a voice modulator to pose as the real Ghostface killer. Sam dons her father's Ghostface costume, and taunts Bailey with the phone call. Finding the perfect time, she emerges out from the curtain, and brutally stabs Bailey multiple times. She then delivers a fatal blow to his eye, that finally claims his life. While waiting for backup on the theater stage, the sisters are once again attacked by Ethan, but Kirby manages to take him down with a TV to the head. In the nick of time, Danny arrives with the cops, and gains Sam's utmost trust and affection once again. Kirby is quickly transported to the hospital, and to everyone's surprise, Chad is still alive. Tara, who began to like Chad, embraces his presence with a passionate kiss. Mindy also appears with a much improved stab wound, joining her brother Chad in the ambulance. As the movie draws to a close, Sam begins a new chapter of her life alongside her sister Tara. However, the mask of her father, the Ghostface killer, still lies abandoned on the road, ready to tempt someone to take it up and carry on the deadly legacy.